What's the etiquette for having a dinner party? You're the host, and some of the guests have dietary restrictions. Well, stay tuned. Hello and welcome. I'm Heidi and we are talking about hosting a dinner party. That's always so much fun. And some of the guests have a dietary restriction. So, okay, first things first, please be so kind, hit that subscribe button. Would you please kindly? I'd so appreciate it. And when you are the host, it is your responsibility to ask your guests, do you have any dietary restrictions or limitations? That will help you plan the menu. Okay, now say you have forgotten it, just slipped your mind, and now let's turn, you're the guest. Say you are a guest, you've been invited to a dinner party, and you have some absolute dietary restrictions or limitations. Then, if the host did not ask you, it is upon you as the guest to inform your host. You would just say, etiquette would say, thank you so much for the kind invitation to the dinner party. I would absolutely love to come, but please be aware I cannot eat fill in the blank, shellfish, pork, whatever it is, peanuts, whatever. If you have an allergy as like peanuts or some sort of real food allergy that could really endanger you, make that aware so there is no peanuts in any sauce, something like that. But as the host, please, in etiquette, always judgment-free zone. There's no judging. It is not your business to find out, well, why don't you eat pork, or why don't you eat shellfish, or whatever it is. Maybe they just don't like it. It's none of your business. And as a guest, when you tell what your dietary restrictions are, you do not need to offer any explanation. I simply don't eat pork. Thank you. Can't wait for the dinner party. Okay, so that's out of the way. That's easy peasy. You want to know up front, because it would be terrible to show up for this beautiful dinner party. The host has gone to great lengths to create this dinner party, and you arrive, you forgot to tell them that you don't eat whatever it is, pineapple, and then everything is a variation of pineapple or whatever it is. So be upfront. Okay, so I have a friend coming over for dinner tonight, and she has informed me she is a vegetarian. So I said, okay, sounds great. So my version, Heidi's version for etiquette when someone has a food restriction at a dinner party, everybody eats the same. I do not like it when you go to a dinner party, everyone is having filet mignon, and the one vegetarian is sitting there with pasta with some sort of red sauce. It is this glaring, singled out, it's just not proper form. I just think it's poor manners to do that. So I just I make one meal and everybody will have the same thing. So my friend's coming tonight. She's a vegetarian. So we are going to have some veggie kebabs on the grill. It's easy. It's low cal. It's fun. She doesn't feel singled out. I like it. It's fine for everyone. You can miss meat in one meal. It's going to be okay if you are a carnivore. All right, so I have chopped up a bunch of veggies. I have some nice skewers. Oh, I want to tell you about my skewers. When I travel, I always find a home goods shop or a place that sells cooking ware, because I love to cook. I'm very interested in it. And I got these beautiful skewers. I bought a slew of them in Paris. And the thing is, I'll have these forever. When you buy something really great quality, I think of the trip. I think of finding that shop, the trek to find the shop, which was an adventure in itself. And I have these and I've used them for years. Okay, so I have in here, I have got a little bit of rice that we're going to put our veggies on a nice bed of rice. It stays vegetarian, it's healthy, it's easy. I'll do this on the grill. We're going to eat on the deck, just informal, share a nice bottle of wine. It's going to be great. Okay, so I'm a little bit of a rice snob because I lived in Minnesota for a while, and boy, oh boy, did I get into the wild rice. So now what I do is I sort of make a little blend, and I blend some white rice, brown rice, and wild rice, and it makes a very, very nice blend. I'll see if you can maybe see a little bit of this. It makes a very, very nice blend, and that is going to be great underneath our kebabs. So what I will do is I'm just going to start skewering the veggies. They've been marinating. I make something very simple, just olive oil and a little balsamic. I don't think you need to go too crazy, little salt and pepper, and you've got it going on. And then it turns out to be really, really something very, very nice. And that's really what you want. I mean, this is about making your guests feel included. It's about making your guests feel wanted at the dinner party and not singled out. I just hate it when that happens. I had a dear friend of mine. I lost her to cancer, but she was a strict vegetarian, and I cannot tell you the countless dinners I went to with her, and everyone's eating one thing and she has that pasta. And it was just, and the pasta was never very good either, by the way. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is just go through with all the veggies that I've cut up, and they've been marinating, and they're on my lovely skewers from, my skewers from France, and with a little fleur-de-lis on them. And I will fill up all my skewers. I'll put them here, put them in the fridge for just a little bit, until my guest comes. We'll light the grill, and it's going to be a very nice meal. So the etiquette for dinner parties when someone has a dietary restriction, in my opinion, everyone eats the same. Now, sometimes that's not exactly possible. Then make the meal for the person who has some restrictions as close as you can to what everyone else is having. You never want to single someone out. So I hope this helps. Drop me a comment, hit the subscribe button, and keep tuning back in, please, because we post new videos all the time. All right? I'd love to hear what you'd like to see. As I always say, thank you, and please be kind. Thank you.